Welcome to Lyman Parks and Rec, July 9th, 2025. Call to order at 6:10. And I'm Holly Hart.
Holly Wooldridge.
Donna Johnston.
Tracy Tatro.
And we're going to review the June minutes. Did everyone get to read them? Approved? Anything need to be changed?
Nope.
To be honest, I didn't get through it.
Do you want to take a minute?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And just let me know.
I did read these. I'm sorry. I did. It's coming back to me. I did.
Are we
Yep.
good?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Do we all approve the minutes?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to start right in with Buckinut Pond. We need a trail update.
Oh, let's see. Trail update. The last day that we met for trail work was June 7th. And it was you and Joe and Bert Sabanek. And we got a decent amount done. That was just general. Bert brush hogged. And you and Joe did some blue trail clearing, and I have not been out there since. So just between sports and the heat as well. And I honestly, looking ahead at the calendar, I'm not sure what day I can actually get back out there. I don't know that I can plan far enough ahead right now, and it might be last minute. It just might be that way for a little bit until I think probably closer to fall, like September.
Okay.
But there's plenty to do. So I need to get out there. Like I said, I haven't been out there since that day. And I need to get out and just see how much things have grown back up. And then come up with a plan, go from there. I know Joe and Karen have been talking about helping maybe with a grant, looking at grant information. And then Missy from York County Soil too had mentioned it. She's brought that up a couple times, and she had suggested after the holiday, after the 4th, that maybe her and I sit down. And I think she has a girl that might be able to help her do that too. So maybe we can get some ideas going.
Now, as far as like the overgrowth and stuff like that,
Yeah.
is that mowing part of like the town contract where they mow the other fields, like Chadbourne and the other?
No, so it's like, it's the old Boy Scout trails out there that were way, they were not being used. And then a lot of them were, I don't want to say totally ruined, but they needed a lot of work after they logged out there. And then so the Boy Scouts and I went through and re-established all the old trails. And that was in the fall, and it was bone dry out there, and there wasn't things were dying off already from the spring and summer growth. So it looked pretty good at the end of fall. But then quickly this year into the springtime, things just explode back up. And also it's super wet. There was no water in the trails in the fall. And so there's tons of puddles that I think that we can address with little bog bridges and stuff.
Mhm.
But then I think other sections are just going to be so wet forever and ever that we might need to go around it. It's just stuff like that. It's going to be a wicked long-term project, I think.
That'll be great once they're done, though.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's really rugged. So it's not like anything. I mean, I even tried bringing my weed whacker out there with a brush hog attachment. And even that's really hard because it's really rocky and it's really uneven. So it's a lot of hand clipping. But there is one big section, like that road that you drive in on the Boy Scout road, that's gated. You drive in there. It's a dirt road. but then it really narrows because nobody has been using it. It narrows and it was all overgrown. And that's where Bert brought in his brush hog from home. And he just like, he plowed through it up the hill and it looks awesome. So, but he tried bringing it down some of the smaller trails and they're just too tight and bumpy.
Yeah,
So,
images.
There's there's a couple areas that I really need some guidance with. I don't know if that's going to be from like a trail designer or I don't know who yet. We'll get there. I've got a core group that I've been emailing when I do trail work, and it seems to be growing each time. More and more people are interested. So I think if I could put something together far enough in advance that we could post it on Facebook and say, hey, everybody, like a month from today, like next month, we're going to do like a grand trail walk. And if for anybody that wants to come out and see it, I think we could get more people interested in volunteering that way. I just haven't been able to plan that far out ahead.
That's a great idea.
In order
Yeah,
for
agree.
because then Lindsay could post it, so it wouldn't be just Facebook, it would go out in the town email and stuff.
Yep.
So
Is that something where like high schoolers could get like their
100%.
volunteer hours in too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there's a form. Oh no, wait, that's for me, for my child to volunteer. But I've been meaning to contact the school.
Yeah, they'll
I can probably check with Marie Proctor. She would probably know.
yeah, if we contact
To how
the
to
school,
pull
let
in
them
kids who are
know
looking for
if
stuff
they're
to
looking
do.
for volunteers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Good idea.
I think that's it.
Okay, all right, well,
For
you're
trails.
still on, because now it's
Awesome.
ramps. We just finished that application, right?
Yeah, we just submitted the application for a permit by rule. So notifications of intent to file went out to all the abutters within 1,000 feet of the property over a week ago. And then we hit the button on the submit application, this morning, early this morning. So now that's for a permit by rule, DEP permit. And I believe that's like a 20-day, I think it's a 20-day processing. So they'll either come back to you with turnbacks or they could approve you like, I think before 20 days, but I think that the general rule is if you don't hear anything within 20 days, and that's a thumbs up. But it's a new system, and so I kind of expect some turnbacks. I guess it used to be a paper system, but now it's all electronic, and you have to upload all your documents, and we'll see. Wait,
We have to explain, I don't know.
the ramps?
Yeah, like it's the handicap ramps.
Yeah, so there, it was done under the Bunganut Committee that a couple of the committee members, it was Kane and Joe, they put together a grant application and they were awarded money for elder-friendly, I can't remember off the top of my head.
The name.
Wasn't it like
It
the
was to be-
AARP or
It was
something?
AARP.
Something
through
similar, yeah,
For the ramps.
yep.
they're
And the
still
money was to be
temporary,
used for, yep.
Yes, they are temporary.
Yep. The money was to be used for elder-friendly projects, and so ramps were a good one, so there was enough money there to get 3 aluminum ramps, so, need to follow up with the CEO as well, because they are temporary ramps, but the way that they're designed is that there's a permanent platform anchored onto shore, and then there's a temporary ramp that you just like a dock at home, right? You hook it on in the summertime and then you can take it out. But yeah, we need to follow
Another-
up with Rebecca
Okay.
about she still needs to give a permit. Because I believe that the PBR is for the permanent structure that's adjacent to the water, which is the platform part. And then she does
The
the,
temporary
like
part.
almost like a dock.
Okay, but she does that after we get the PBR, right?
I think so. But she should know that we
Okay.
filed.
Oh, my goodness.
you know. Okay.
And then I put grant update next, but I kind of meant the picnic
Picnic
table
tables.
grant.
Yeah.
So we had another age-friendly grant, elder-friendly grant for the
Mhm.
picnic tables, which we are working on. There's an RFP out there.
Yeah, Joe
guys
did a
seen
really
that?
good job explaining that at the select board meeting
Yes.
on Monday. Accommodation improvement project is what they called it. And so, yeah, there's an RFP for that. It's for handicap accessible
Is it
picnic
10
tables.
Picnic tables, do you remember how many?
10.
So that's exciting. We'll have 10 ADA compliant picnic tables up there.
Yeah. I think so. The original intent was to do some like regular picnic tables, some ADA picnic tables, some Adirondack chairs, and some benches. We had talked about the benches.
Yes.
And then we, over meeting a couple times with Joe and Karen, we kind of whittled it down. We said, well, I don't remember why, but we said, let's just do picnic,
cost.
like picnic tables. Let's just do picnic tables for now. And then Joe had been talking with the people that they got the grant from. And they said they would like us to focus on ADA compliant, elder friendly type thing, so. That narrowed it down even more to like 10.
Yep.
That's what we're
more
getting.
expensive.
Um,
And the grant was for 22?
22,701.
22,701, and with that, we get our 10 picnic tables.
Yeah.
And are those gonna be the is it the poly?
It depends what we get for the RFP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it specifies in the RFP,
Oh, you're talking about like those
poly
composite?
one.
Yeah.
yeah, composite material picnic tables. It's gray.
Yeah, we went with gray, thinking that would show the dirt as
Yeah.
much, and it's cheaper. That's the cheapest color.
Kind of
And it
fades
makes the
less.
most sense. Okay.
It could be a commercial. No fade.
Do you have any more, Holly? Are you good?
I'm thinking-
Okay, so update on activities. We have swim lessons at the Y going on. I didn't put when they end, but they started June 23rd and they go for 7 weeks. And then as soon as that one's done, we will start another session. We had probably, I think, 5 people sign up this time, so that's not bad for summer.
What's the average?
And I'd say around 8 to 10. They just pay the Y directly, so.
That's awesome.
Volleyball is not going on for summer. It will start back up in the fall. As the insurance has expired, so we need to work on getting new insurance. I'm working on that with Jeanette. And that way we can reserve the school as soon as we have it, because school gets reserved fast.
What insurance?
The certificate of insurance, so we can do volleyball at Lyman Elementary. They require that. That we have our own insurance, which makes sense.
Mhm.
I did get Sue a new volleyball net because she said the one there was pretty ratty. So we ordered a new one. Sue Skoronsky is who's heading up volleyball now instead of Andrea. All right, concert in the parks. I'm so excited. Starts tomorrow night at 6:30, goes to 8. No food truck this time, but we'll have some in the future. I have flyers if anyone wants to put them out anywhere. I give Tracy 3. Want me to? You've got 2.
So, and then also, we put the banner up in our field.
I saw
I
that.
like that.
So, and I do like it because it's visible, but I was almost wondering, and I don't know if we can do it, is when you turn right onto Church Street, where like the Rhodes Hall used to be, is that town property? Would we be able to prop that up there? Just,
think it's town property unless they
Okay.
sold it when they sold,
Right at
when they,
point? Like,
Yeah, at the point, because I noticed that actually on my way here, and I was like, that would be a nice visible spot, because I don't have a problem with it being in our fields, but now that we just like hurried and put it up on Sunday just to get more exposure, it's just our hill kind of goes down, so it's just trying to find a way to like prop that up better, and I think that maybe if it was there, it would definitely get more exposure, but I didn't know if we could put it there. If not, no big deal. We'll just like figure out a way to like stand it a little bit higher so it's more readable.
I'll email
Email.
town manager
Okay.
and ask her.
It was just a thought like
And
on the way
see,
here. And I was
Because
like,
I
oh, that would
honestly
be a
don't
great
know.
spot.
I don't know if they sold it when they took it down. I
Mhm.
don't know.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
But
So,
that would be a great
It's a
place
great
if
idea.
Yeah.
we can do that.
and then, so there's a yard sign up across from Hill Road. There's one across from the dump. There's one across from Kenny Mountain Pond Road. There's one at like the John Fork. And then there is one at Gould Road, the Gould Road that comes off
Yes, I saw that.
What
to
road is, what's?
35. So if you're coming down from like Route 5 to take that cut over, that's Gould
Oh,
Road.
okay.
And then it kind of, verts
Yeah.
out this way. So, and I put one in that little island because I figured that was like a good place.
Mm.
So,
That is a good place.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
now I
very
know what you
visible.
mean.
mhm.
Yep.
Like across from the Dayton Sand and
Yep.
Gravel.
Yep, I didn't know the name of that road.
Yeah. I was going to put some on 111, but I just feel like more people are paying attention to the road and not really what's on the
Mhm.
side. So I'm like, I'll just
Yeah,
keep
we'd
it off
rather they
there.
drive.
Yeah. And then I did reach out to, I think I mentioned that pizza truck in
Mm.
Hollis.
Yes.
So he does have all the permits and everything. He's just mobile in one spot right now. And he said he's just trying to get I think it's like his pizza ovens are just kind of like, they're not like bolted down from what I took from our conversation. So he said once he's very interested in like filling up some spots, and I'll check with him to see where he's at, because this was a couple weeks ago, but he's fairly new and just not everything's like bolted down in his vendor truck. So, but as far as permits and stuff, he has all that.
Okay, because there's a lot of paperwork to
Yeah.
ask for. I still have the B&D mobile food truck. We're still waiting on one more thing of paper from them.
Oh, okay.
And they
'Cause I
said
knew that
like
they-
3 dates. I
Right.
think. But they're still not. I need all the paperwork before we can put it out there. But food trucks are exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Moe's Italian for 2 of them, right?
Mhm.
For July 17th and August 7th. That's all we got for now. Is there anything else we need to talk about concert in the park?
Do we want to look into seeing about, like, see if Neil will donate pizza or Jackson's Corner?
Oh, for nights, we don't have
For
anything?
nights, we don't have anything, or I know we had
You
talked
want
about,
to
like,
ask?
yeah.
Is everyone okay with that idea?
So we could check with the village store, we could even check, how many would you think?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I have no idea.
I feel like the busier nights coming up is definitely like they're all great bands, but I feel like Henry
I'd
brings
say-
in a lot of people just because he's local. So
Mhm.
those would be the ones that bring in a lot more.
They will
with
have,
this
if
following.
B&D gets their food truck in, they'll be
Yeah.
there.
17th and when? I'm sorry. So July 17th and,
And
And the
August
7th are Moe's Italian.
oh, duh, it's right on there. Sorry.
No,
So I
you're
can
good.
reach out for something tomorrow.
Write it in.
Yeah, and I contacted Granite Planet, who is playing tomorrow night. They're gonna get there at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's what I was looking at, the weather.
Yes, it looked, when I looked the other day, it was gonna rain at like 8:30-ish. I haven't
Oh.
looked, I haven't dared look again. Look again.
I'm gonna look.
I'll bring
I
the
was
easy
gonna
up,
say.
cover them up, whether sun or rain, but let's hope no rain. No rain.
I don't know. Now it says rain ending in the afternoon, so
It's rain during the day now?
Thursday, tomorrow's
Slight
Thursday.
chance of thunderstorms in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
At what point?
Thursday.
I guess we'll just worry about it tomorrow. 'cause it's
7
probably
different
gonna
apps.
change through time.
Yeah.
Well, my phone says it's done at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
We'll go with
Good.
mine.
We'll pick the best
See,
one.
it's 12 o'clock.
I didn't get one of those,
Those,
no,
like,
we didn't
TV
do,
shows.
Holly. We didn't get the stuff off the stage.
Let's do that tonight. There's
Okay.
benches on the stage and there's a ramp, but if there's.
I saw
not you,
that.
But 3 of us could do it
Mhm.
maybe. She's hurting, so.
Yeah, I can't
What
lift about
happened?
10 pounds. I had surgery on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. we don't have to do
But the
anything.
3 of us, I think, could at least maneuver it off, even if we can't really move it too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Do you mind going after the
Not at all.
meeting and going?
I was
Okay.
gonna walk by anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Do we want to put the benches out for concerts in the park?
They're yucky.
They are really yucky. I keep meaning to bring them home and sand them
They need to
down.
be painted and
'Cause we sit
sanded.
out all winter, so I know Keegan painted them, didn't he? Years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's way longer ago than I remember.
I
But
think-
it's all, they sit
Oh,
out
he has
all
some
winter
nice
long,
2
so
years.
they need to be redone.
Yeah, we need a volunteer to sand and paint those benches. It would be a good high school volunteer
Mhm.
thing.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Plus, I
We
feel
have
like
the
people
paint,
bring their
don't
own like chairs
That's true.
and stuff, so
Yeah.
I don't think
I don't think
they'll
we
be
need the
needed.
benches.
Put those aside.
Um,
Yeah, first year with the stage.
I know, I think the Granite Planet's
Oh, I
looking forward to
forgot
the
about that.
stage. It'll be the first time. They're always in the grass.
And are we
Mhm.
putting the carpet out over the
Yes.
stage? And I didn't go
I'm gonna put the
over and
carpet out.
Also nail down that wonky plank.
Should I bring a nail tomorrow?
I'll bring some screws.
Okay, you remember?
Is it just?
You're gonna
is
be
it-
late though, right, tomorrow?
It might be.
Can you go by early?
I can go.
I'll send Jake
Is it
over.
pretty
I
obvious?
just
I was
think
gonna
it's
say,
obvious.
Okay, I'll
There's
send Jake
one-
over
one
tonight.
Piece
and
of
just-
wood that's
plank
just up
that,
a
like-
little bit.
Okay.
Warped a little and it popped up.
Okay, yeah, I'll send him over.
Oh, thank
He'll do
you.
it.
Okay, good. Jake will do
It'll
that.
take
Oh,
him
we
like
still
5
have that
minutes.
bark mulch, right?
I was just looking at that.
Yeah, you and I did a bunch.
Oh, I meant to follow up with you on that. Is there still a lot to do?
No.
No, it's not a lot. It
It
just
just
has to be
needs to be
done.
spread.
It just needs to be spread.
How long do you think it would take with like 3 guys to do it?
Not long at all. It didn't take Holly
A
and I
half an
very
hour
long.
tops.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long at all.
Let me get back to you. Oh,
Okay.
see
we
what Jake and the
recruit
guys are doing.
Because I don't, we have the concert tomorrow night and then I'm off to Georgia for the next 4 days, so but I could, if it's still there next week, I can do it.
I was gonna say, depending on how dark it is tonight, I can go over.
Okay.
So I'll look at getting
Jake will
pizza. I'll
nail
try to
the
get some
board.
for tomorrow night. If not, do you want me to get
If not, I think
hot
it's,
dogs, or do we
I
just
think it's
not want to do
fine.
anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's fine. I don't think people expect unless we say anything.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds great.
Oh, and we also have Eco Maine coming tomorrow night.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they're doing like a food waste diversion information night, which is fantastic. They'll have their own table.
Do we know if they're there like the entire night?
Um,
I'm sure maybe just for a little bit.
I don't know.
Okay.
Amber just said they were coming.
So I did get a message on the Facebook. Someone wants to learn more, but they don't think they'll make it to the concert. So they wanted to know if there would be another chance for them to like sign up or get a compost bucket. So I did email Lindsay and she, just to get like a quick response, hopefully. And she told me to reach out to Amber since she's like the Eco Maine
Yeah, she's heading
representative.
Yep.
So, I'll find out the answer.
Or I would say we can grab her what she needs.
That's true.
And we could leave it here
Mm-hmm.
if that's
Because
what-
she
you know,
wanted
grab
to
her
sign
some
up for like
paperwork
more
and-
information as well, I think.
Oh, so we,
I would
And grab a
imagine
bucket?
that-
So
Amber's got
Lindsay
some
mentioned
paperwork.
maybe the library will do something too with like Eco Maine. I don't know, to like check in and see. So
I would imagine that. Yeah.
if she wants to, we could also put her email down on the
Yeah.
list.
oh, okay, it's an email list.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Maybe I can grab that from her and
Yeah.
we can set
Oh,
that bucket
yeah.
aside or something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then we
Okay,
could
cool.
grab her paperwork in a compost bin and leave it here if she wants to. But yes, I think they're gonna be other places too. I just don't know any other dates yet.
Okay.
Okay. Paint night with Sue. We have paint night this Friday night at 6 o'clock, and it is full.
Oh,
And I got a
I
big
had a
wait
feeling it
list,
was.
but no one's canceling. I had someone who had coming with 8 different people, and she wanted 9. I'm like, sorry, we're full.
wow.
Yes.
Is it maybe something we can like revisit for like the August? If this was so popular, maybe do the same thing in August?
The same picture.
Yeah. Unless Sue had something in mind for like a different August picture.
I think we should change up the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause I
But-
think there are people that are coming every month.
Yes.
Oh, really?
There's the
They might
same-
be-
Oh, that's
a lot
cool.
of the
Yeah.
same people, so
Yeah.
we don't want to. And I talked to Lindsay, and she wants to try to get it on my rec, on the
Mhm.
online, so they can sign up that way. And then I guess I would get an email for those who sign up. So I gave her information. I don't know if I gave it to her early enough because it takes a while, I guess, to do that. So I don't know if August it will be on my rec, but I will
Okay.
find out because when we do the flyer, it would have a link if that's the case.
And the August one would be August 1st.
Oh, no.
It's going to be August 8th.
Okay.
Because I'm away and so is Holly, so we're here. I'm here
Gotcha.
August 8th. And I'm not here this Friday, but Holly's gonna do it.
Yep.
I have paint night stuff in my car.
Ooh, okay.
Don't let me forget. And
So-
the library key. I just need to check with Leila to make sure that's fine.
Where there is such a huge demand for this picture,
I'm not sure it's the picture. I think it's paint night.
you think it's just
Mhm.
paint night in
Yeah.
general?
Mm-hmm.
So can we expand it to more people, or is it
We-
Sue's capacity, or is it the
It's-
capacity of the library?
It's at capacity for Sue. We could do
Okay.
two times a month, but in the summertime, I don't want to give up 2 Fridays.
Yeah. I agree.
In wintertime, I don't mind. We could go to 2.
And is it only Fridays that she's available, or is Fridays?
She had originally, like way back, had sent me all her available dates because she does all these things in different towns. So I think there might have been other.
So maybe we could do 1 Friday and 1 something else in a month. Then it's not 2 Fridays,
Oh, that's
Mhm.
that's awesome. That it's a
but
huge hit.
just
Then.
not for summertime
Yeah, no, I
because
agree.
we have concert in the parks every Thursday, and then it's Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Perfect.
Great.
Thank goodness Holly we can flip flop because I was like, oh no, I'm in Georgia Friday.
Yeah, so August 8th will be.
Yeah,
The
I'll
next
do
one, and then
August
we
8th
need
and we'll
to-
figure out what the painting is.
Yeah,
Maybe you can do that Friday night with Sue.
yeah. Or if you guys can think of anything around town, that would be cool to paint. We had a couple other runners up too. It's cool to paint something local, I think. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
yeah.
Well, that's why I was wondering if it, because I saw that and I was like, oh, I'd love to do that, but
Isn't it cute?
it's great.
I mean, we could always bring it back like another
True.
time.
Especially like maybe get a fall picture,
Yes.
like do like a fall
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
because then you'll have all like the pretty
The
colors and
leaves.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
You got me thinking.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, if you guys want to like figure out a picture and then send it to me and I can generate a new advertisement for August.
Yep.
So August 8th.
And I will let you know what Lindsay says about the MyRec, how we're doing it. I haven't heard back from her yet.
So is that something where it like she could or like upload the picture of what we're doing for that month or a flyer? It's just like a text detail of what
Yes.
we're doing. Okay.
Yeah. So it won't be a picture, but that's how you can put a link on our flyer with a picture and then they can go there from the link, I guess.
Or even say
Sign
like
up.
see our Facebook for
Link or something.
or something. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know exactly. I need more information. But it would be great for people to be able to sign us that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ice rink is next. I know
Yeah.
it seems funny talking about the ice rink in summer,
I
but
But yeah, I would like to be done managing the ice rink. I am tapped out. It's I I don't know how many years we've been doing it, but
Yeah, it's
like,
been a few.
I mean, I'm all for keeping it going, and I can certainly like come help and shovel and stuff. But just the whole managing of it, I can help like set it up, obviously. But if we could think of anybody, or if there's anyone listening who would like to be the manager of the rink, that would be awesome, because it really is like a daily thing. It's like every day you gotta take the weather into consideration and figure out the plan if anything needs to be done that day. And my work schedule is just ramping up, and then we're traveling a lot in the winter, and so I don't know how many weekends I was gone this winter, and you were left here kind of dealing
Which
with
was fine.
snowstorm
I
after
don't- I didn't
snowstorm.
mind, but we
you
still
know.
need someone to.
There were so many mornings where I had to get up at like 4 a.m. to go take care of this. It had snowed like overnight, and I needed to get it cleared off before going to work, because then people message you and say, "Why isn't the rink open?" So I don't know. I've done a pretty good job of keeping track of, and like the resurfacing. It's like the resurfacing and the fixing of cracks and all that. Nate and Amy from that live across the street from the rink, they have been a huge help. They're
Mhm.
constantly over there helping and texting to see what they can do to help. Nate's usually over there fixing the cracks. So yeah, I just lug hoses from the house. And then it came with a resurfacer. And so I'll just hook up to the water at the library and resurface it. And also too, I think it was more manageable back in the day because it wasn't quite as popular.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's getting used so much, you almost have to resurface. You have to just be really careful about how much it's getting used, because then the more it gets used, the more often you have to resurface it. And there's like ideal times where you resurface it. It's just a lot to manage.
And I wish I could help, but I know nothing about any of this. So that's why I wasn't much help. I mean, other than like shoveling or
Yeah.
putting out a sign or shutting the doors. But I know
So,
nothing about
like-
like ice maintenance.
I would love,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm willing to learn about it, and I'm right there.
It would be great if there was some, retired person that wanted to.
Because even if we found someone to manage it and they're like, you do one day, I do one
Mhm.
day, like, if
Right.
it's divided up like that, it would be more manageable. But someone has to be
It's
the
so
person that
dependent
says whether
on
it's open
The
or not.
weather,
Yes.
though,
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get. It
Yeah.
could be, a snowstorm hit when it's your day.
Right,
You're not,
you could have a snowstorm every day your day.
you're not here. There needs to be like a small team of volunteers, and then like a head person, that's the delegator, like, who's
Yeah.
doing all
I mean, is
the-
that something we can like advertise starting like in a month or two? And then maybe there's,
on
I mean, there's a lot of
Facebook and
people that use it, and I know like I've seen a few familiar faces early in the morning or like late at night out
Mhm.
there too.
Yeah.
So maybe they would be interested.
Mhm.
I mean, because they're benefiting from it, so maybe helping out
Yeah.
here or there wouldn't.
And people do, like for
Mhm.
sure.
It's a
You
lot
know,
of
a lot of
people.
times I'll just leave shovels out there and post and say, I need help doing it today. And sure enough, I get there and somebody's shoveled it off. But then sometimes like, I don't want this to sound mean, but like sometimes it's finicky. Like if you're gonna start it, you have to finish it depending on the conditions of the snow. And it's when it gets started or like half kind of scooped and then walked all over and then not finished. And then it locks up and then you're stuck scraping and
Mhm.
scraping. So
Yeah, it has to be all done at once.
yeah, the timing of it's pretty important. And it's like, I think probably like 40 to 50 hours over the season is what it's been. And that's for like the rink and that's like everything. The resurfacing and then
40
and
to
then it's like
60 hours,
shoveling
is that what you
out the
said?
benches and shoveling a path or snow blowing a path to the.
Do we have
So
a
the
snow
shack-
blower in there? Did we talk about that?
We don't,
Mhm.
but I think Vicky had asked the fire station. I think they said we could use it. We might want to check with them again, but she walked it over and used it when she
Mhm.
helped.
I mean, we have one too, a small one. I don't want to like off-road Jake's snowblower, but like, I don't know if it's something we could like.
Purchase?
Because that helps
in
when
the
there's a
shed or
lot of
something
snow.
about
When there's
that,
not a
too.
lot of snow, it's not bad to shovel
Yeah.
it, but when there's a
Right.
lot of snow.
Like that heavy wet. I mean,
Yes.
the snowblower's not going to really do much in the heavy wet snow, but
Is it something worth purchasing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We used one once last year. Nate brought it over for that one heavy storm.
And then, like I said, Vicky brought one over too,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know. This is something to ponder.
Yeah.
It's ponder.
Oh. Okay. Anything else on the ice rink?
I don't think so.
I just wanted to get that out there so we can start thinking and get it out to the public that we need a little help with the
Mhm.
ice rink. It's a great thing. It just takes a lot of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, especially the more and more popular it's getting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the skate shack too is awesome.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
full of skates.
We have lots of
But at the end of
skates.
every day, it looks like a tornado hit it. So you gotta go
You have to fix it.
round it up.
And again, I'm right there. There's really no reason I can't go over there.
One thing I think we'd have to do
I gotta
is
label
get
them.
that would be great.
Yes.
That would be great.
Maybe I'll work on that this summer.
Is to have a way, we need to get hooks on the doors. So when we open the doors, we just latch it open and they stay, so we're not propping it up with pieces of cinder blocks and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hooks on the doors. That's an easy fix.
Yeah.
We just have to do it.
Hooks on the doors and probably just like a battery light in there or something.
Oh,
Needs a
I
little
have,
light.
I don't know if we want it, but I have a solar light that would mount on the front of it, but it mounts down. So it's not gonna bother anybody around because it goes
Mhm.
down. But I have an extra one if we wanna put it out
We
there.
can try
Is there a
it.
light in there?
No.
No,
Yeah, you can buy it. Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I mean,
Could
if
have
it's
that
open,
for
that
outside
light
and
might
then-
help a little bit.
Oh,
Because
good
I think
stuff.
it gets plenty of sun there, so should be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to mount that.
Game
Yeah,
on.
let's try it.
I'll ask
Yeah.
Lindsay just to make sure it's fine to put it up there, but.
I think, I mean, it's a little early to be thinking about this now, but I think that the sign did okay over the winter.
I think it just, what is that? Yeah, I just had Staples print it on like, and laminate it with like a thick lamination.
Yeah,
And
I think it
I
was
don't even know
good.
how I tacked. Oh, I went and got like at Michael's, like the
Double-sided.
Velcro, and it's
Yeah.
like Velcroed on. And I think it did okay. Like
Yeah.
it's not peeling or anything the last I saw. But I feel like it could probably be like stapled to a board instead of the Velcro or something.
think the
Or
Velcro was
attached
good.
better. You think the Velcro is good?
I don't know. I don't remember what condition it was in when I put it
We'll have to
away.
look
Yeah.
at it again
Okay.
and check out the board. Okay.
I think that's it.
Good. Okay. And I put under new business Oktoberfest because I was thinking about it. You brought that up, but
Yeah.
we do our scarecrow, we do our pumpkin making. What if we ask like historical society, cemetery,
join
like
and-
other groups,
Yeah.
the fire station, to do something, the library?
Yeah.
I think
And
that would be
then-
great.
We could just have a big thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about how, was it you? Somebody had found pictures that
Yeah,
there used to be a whole fall festival with
Yeah, it
the
was
town.
Tracy.
Someone
and-
shared a newspaper clipping from a fall fest or Oktoberfest or something that Lyman used to have. And it was some guy that was a blacksmith in it, and he
Yeah.
brought his ponies and did blacksmithing. I forgot his name. I'll have to like
Wendell.
look up.
Was it Wendell?
I think so.
And it was Wendell.
And I was like, oh, there was an Oktoberfest. And I was like, I think October would be a better time to do something than like in spring because of like sports and stuff. And I know fall's got football, but like the library's got a lot going on. like their yard sale and like the car show and stuff like that in the spring. So maybe, yeah, I like the idea of that, like just adding on to what we have
Yeah.
slowly and
Yeah.
just baby steps up to that rather than trying to plan like this big thing all at once.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So if we
Yeah.
start reaching out to other committees now,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Does anyone want to volunteer to reach out to anybody?
Who are we thinking? The
Fire
I could reach
department.
out. Like if
Yeah.
Donna wants to take care of like the
You
fire
wanna take care of the
department.
Fire department.
I know someone on the Dayton Parks and Rec, so maybe we want to like get
Join,
together with them and join and do one big thing because they're kind of like small as well. So a little extra hands and it's kind of
Yeah.
they go hand in hand, Dayton and Lyman. So maybe they have some ideas or want to do something as well, or just help out.
Okay, so Donna, you'll do the fire station?
Mhm.
And Tracy will do Dayton Parks and Rec. I can reach out to the Historical Society because Steve's reached out to me before, so I can find his email.
And I know like previously, like when I was reading up on like the spring fling that they had, they kind of went with like, I don't know if like the Methodist church, one of the churches did like a bean supper. Or someone
Yes.
did like, I don't know if they want to like plan to do something that day. So everyone can maybe join in on that or what's over here. I always
The
forget.
Catholic Church.
Mason?
No,
Mason.
is it
Oh,
the
the
Mason Hall?
Masons.
Like
Oh,
if they
yeah.
want to do like a pancake
I don't know
thing
who
or
to contact
something.
for that.
That is
Maybe the
Steve
Historical Society would know since they meet there.
Oh,
Hawks. I want to say,
is it a Mason?
I don't know.
No, it's something else, right? It's not a,
Arian?
I don't know what it is.
Is it the Legion?
No.
Legion. I didn't think so. Okay, I
it's
don't know
the
why.
Aryan Lodge.
Kind of
Aryan Lodge?
ARION, I believe.
Yeah.
I want to say Steve sounds familiar, but I could be totally off.
Okay. I'll ask the Historical Society when I contact them.
I mean, I know the library likes to do like bake sales,
I can
and I
talk
didn't know if maybe they wanted to set up like a bake sale table or something.
to the librry at the
Yeah.
next meeting. We have one in August, so.
'Cause what
A
about
bake
like
sale?
local?
No,
ven-
we
like
have a meeting, so I
Oh, okay.
can bring it up
Yeah.
at the meeting.
what about like local vendors, like or local company businesses, like I don't say like a vendor fair, but kind of like a vendor fair.
Yeah. Well, even just a food truck. It'd be nice to have someone bring
Oh,
in
that
like
would
a
be-
fried dough truck or
Food
something.
trucks would be good.
Yeah.
We can probably
Yeah.
talk to the, like, the food trucks we have coming to parks, to the concert in the park.
Is there a fried dough food truck?
There is. I think they do like the fried dough nuggets. or
Honestly, I
something.
think if we just post it now on that main food truck page,
Mhm.
We
can
might get
anyone, if we pick a day
I was
for
gonna say, do
their
we wanna pick a
scarecrow
date?
making,
Or do we
can
want to
do it
wait
this
until
far
we get?
ahead?
It might be good to make the date now, right?
Yeah,
And are we looking at a Saturday or a Sunday?
I think we
I
typically
think
do
a
it on
Sunday is better
Sunday.
because the library's open on Saturday.
Mhm.
That'll interfere with parking.
Yeah.
October,
So I should say I won't be here the first weekend in October. I'll be like out of state.
Okay.
So the first weekend wouldn't work.
And I'm not
Maybe-
around Columbus
How about
Day.
like the 12th? Because then Monday's a holiday.
Which one is Columbus? That's Columbus
That's
Day.
Columbus Day. I won't be around.
grass traps.
Oh, the 12th.
Last year we did it like the 20th.
What about the
The
19th?
The 19th. Yeah, that would work.
That works. 'Cause I think
And then we can
it's-
start reaching out. We can put something on Facebook, reaching out to
Mm-hmm.
people. Because I mean, it could even be like craft vendors over there. We could charge for the table.
Do we want to do
Yeah.
like 10 a.m.? Or I'm trying to think when we did it pretty early.
We did it early.
Yeah.
We did
have
it
to go look.
early.
The grass was wet though.
Oh, you're right.
It was
It's a
dewy.
dew, but we'll have the stage.
Yeah, we will have a stage, but
Last year we
The
do
G-
did it at 10.
Like 10 to, do we want it like a 10 to 12 or a 10 to 2 or?
I would say if we're gonna have all the other stuff involved, maybe 10 to 2.
Yeah, because then if we have food trucks, we could have one for
Mhm.
lunch
10.
or the fire station maybe.
Yeah, I can ask, because they could do either food,
They do touch a truck.
touch a truck.
Yeah. That would be fantastic.
So, if you want me to post on the food truck page, we're looking for a fried dough truck for that day.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
That sounds so good.
That does
Fried
sound-
dough.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah,
Or
something
donut
like
truck.
that.
Yeah, something like
Isn't
that.
there a
Like
donut
the
truck?
cider donuts
Yes,
or
there's 88 donuts. It's like one of my favorites.
How do you know?
I know. How do you?
Because they're at the Freiburg Fair and they're amazing.
It's probably a good thing I don't know about Sunday
But there
800
is
pounds.
another one I think that does the same like idea, but I don't know the name of it.
Well, we'll post and see what we get and go from there.
Mhm.
Okay,
show
so I
up for
think
them to be there
I
at
don't even have it on my calendar. When do I
at
do that?
10, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they're at lunch and then I guess it's later.
I had it in here.
Doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. There is lots of paperwork to fill out, just heads up.
Yeah.
No, probably because we had a.
But they probably all have it, because if they're already doing this, other towns are asking for the same thing.
It was, yeah. Oh, we had it 11 a.m.
And we'll
But
have to
10's
talk
fine.
about, because we don't, if we're gonna charge for a food truck
like-
spot for this,
Also, I mean,
because there'll be a lot of people there.
I have a fry later, and we have a snack shack too, so there's always that.
You could get a hot dog steamer.
Yeah.
Like the fire department does burgers.
Yeah, they could do the food. The library will have a bake sale, so maybe we don't want a food truck, because then that'll
Yeah.
take away from like the bake sale if the library decides to do one.
I mean, we could
I
always
won't be able
see
to
what
help with scarecrows.
they
though.
get too.
Yeah,
know.
that's true. If we're manning the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I said we don't have to man
Somebody
the
else
food,
could.
but if the library does a bake sale and the
Mhm.
fire station does hot dogs and hamburgers, and maybe baked breakfast sandwiches, then we really don't need, let the money all go
Yeah.
locally.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
Anybody else? Fire department,
Historical Society,
library.
the cemetery committee, would they want to be there?
They might ramp up volunteers.
I know them. Oh, I can email them.
Okay, do you have,
Mhm.
you do? Okay, so you will do that. Is there anyone we're missing? Maybe I'll email Lindsay and just ask her, tell her who we came up with and see if there's anyone else she can think of.
Yeah.
I wonder, I was gonna bring this up later, but Memorial Day Parade, we had the service dogs, remember the Great Danes?
Yes.
Yes.
She gave, I got flyers, interest for the service dog project. So I wonder if they would want a table.
Maybe.
Oh,
If we
yes.
put
Take
out-
one of those, that's cute.
Yeah, they might want to take, yeah, she wants us to hand these out. So I will contact Elaine and ask her about that and see what she thinks.
Do we want to set like how many vendor tables we want? Did we say we wouldn't do vendor tables? I'm sorry.
Like crafts, like a craft.
Like
table.
craft vendors or?
I mean, we could set them up in the ball field
Yeah.
and we could have, we would have to go with how many tables we have.
Bring your own BYOT.
Unless
Well,
you
what
bring
you
your
could
own
do-
table.
A lot of vending, well, I think the library did it too, is like you bring your own table, like a 6-foot table. And if you don't have one, you can
You can rent
rent one of ours and it's like $10 or whatever
Yes.
it was.
So I guess we have to come up with a price too.
Because I feel like a lot of vendors might have their own tables
Mhm.
Yeah, some
or
of them
tents
did.
or whatever.
And I don't remember what the library charged, 25, 20
It was somewhere around
for a
there.
spot?
That's really cute.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and then we could some of that money can go back into Parks and Rec if we can. We just need to, then how much we're gonna charge, I don't know.
$10.
And then go to the story walk.
I was just gonna say,
Well, because
Yeah.
like that
is that
can go.
something we can start fundraising for, like we did for the pirate ship? Like
Yeah, we
the
have a
bucket at the
fundraising account.
Yeah, because Holly
At the
went
concert?
and Amber, when
Yeah, I
I
have
brought
the
it to
bucket.
Amber,
We'll
she
bring
said
the
you
bucket
could
to
do
the
like a
concert.
blanket fundraiser, so you don't have to specifically ask
Ask
for
for
each
certain
thing you want to
things.
do, but just like a blanket fundraiser,
Oh.
like, and Holly had them do that,
Yeah,
so.
we have an account. Yes, so we'll bring the bucket tomorrow night.
Is that in, no, I have that. Okay.
And then we'll figure out, I don't know, we'll have to figure out prices. I can't remember what the library did. I know we used to do 10, but we upped it this year because 10 is really cheap for a spot. Or we do 15 without a table.
I wanna say it
and
was
20 with a-
25.
25 with a table?
Because I
15
kinda
without,
looked into
25
it.
with? Does that sound?
I have no idea. I've never done the one.
I have no idea.
Does that sound right, Tracy? Do you?
I'm gonna look it up.
Just
I
follow
want to say
suit.
it sounds.
Whatever
I
the
think, yeah,
library
that's what
did.
I think we should, oh, I can email. I just don't remember what we charged.
I want to say that was in the right
It's around there, so
range somewhere.
15, 25, we'll just see. We'll put that for now, and then we'll just research and see. And then maybe we need to look up to see how much other places, well, we might not do the food truck route, right? Okay, forget that.
I'll check with the, I'll reach out to the fire department first and see what they think.
Yeah, see if
And
that date works for them.
October
Would be
19th.
exciting.
Sure, we have a turkey.
And
That's exciting.
I wonder if we
I don't know
might
why I'm so
want
excited about this.
music throughout the
Oh.
day.
Oh yeah.
Usually, I mean, we have our speaker. We can just,
Oh, yeah, we could just play music instead of, then we wouldn't have to pay for anyone.
yeah, just do your
Somebody's
playlist.
might do it for free.
Oh, okay.
My
Well,
playlist.
then you can ask. If you know someone who will volunteer, you can ask.
Sure, don't do that, Holly.
This isn't like karaoke. You're not thinking of that, right?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
Someone that
the last time my playlist was on, it wasn't. Anywho,
Click on the button.
yeah, there are a couple that were. Kids thought it was funny.
Oh, boy.
This would be like a Rick Charette thing.
I think this needs to happen somehow.
He's from
Some
London.
way.
I was gonna say
At
that
some
would be
event,
cool.
I'm not
Reach
sure.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
He probably costs
Somehow.
quite a bit, though. Does he even do
It's
it?
worth asking.
Still?
No.
Oh,
Well, his website says
don't
no,
ask.
but you can
Don't ask.
you can reach out.
He's from here, though. Maybe he'll
Yeah.
give us.
It said on the website something about like not booking, but you can reach out or something. So
Knock,
I
knock,
think
knock.
for the right.
That's
I think
okay.
it
It's
would be-
worth reaching out. Maybe
Yeah.
because he's from here, he'll be like, hey,
So he's saying it's worth a shot.
hey.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, are we good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any other new business? I think what I want to talk about is anything else, so I'll wait. Updates, electrical board at the rink.
Yes. Jacob said that Gervais said that he could have his dad put some numbers together, or we can reach out to Pete Wilson. So I'll ping Jacob again, and then I will see if he wants me to get
Oh,
hold.
you do this fiber, right?
I do.
Okay.
I just gotta remember how to do it.
Well, you just gotta remember your code.
I have my code.
Okay, so once you put your code in.
Yes.
You go to the first door, you swipe twice there, and then, because we have to leave it open,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And then you go out and you swipe the outside door twice too.
All right, but I click away and then the number?
Nope, your number then away,
Okay.
okay? Try it both ways, see what works.
Okay. But swipe twice both times?
Both times.
Okay.
At both doors.
All right.
So if you had done it the other way, away, and then your number, it would start beeping.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, wait for the beep.
Once it starts beeping for you to get out the door.
call you, you'll know we're in trouble.
Do you have my number?
I think so.
Okay. You need me, you call me. Take care.
Good night, Joe.
Oh, okay. I'll see you
All right,
tomorrow.
so we're just gonna wait and get quotes, I guess?
Yeah.
And we might need a few quotes. I'll have to talk to Jeanette and Lindsay and how.
Oh, I don't think it'll be, I think it's.
No, it's just be little.
Yeah,
Okay. All right,
labor and a piece of plywood.
okay. Perfect. All right, Story Walk, anything?
Well, no, I just have
We
those
just have to
two
wait, right?
estimates, so, like, it's just getting the funding for that. Yeah, start
we have-
fundraising for that. I think Vacker's the way to go because they were the cheapest. And My Jacob has already installed those at Friendship Park, so he already knows like what to expect. So, and he said they were really good quality materials, so.
Okay.
I just didn't know. I know that I like briefly talked to like Leela at the library about it, and she was like interested in maybe like having the library board. I guess maybe we could. You want to bring it up to the
I talked to them
board,
about it a little bit, but we didn't really,
like get
we
into
just
it.
said, yes, we
So-
want to do something.
Do you want me to like email you that estimate? And maybe just like talk to. I don't know. Like,
I don't think they're
How
gonna
we-
fund it.
no, I'm not saying fund it, but just help fundraise as well in a sense. I don't know if there's something
Oh, maybe.
like we can do with the library together. I don't know. I guess,
Oktoberfest.
yeah, the Oktoberfest.
I mean,
yeah.
because we could charge for pumpkin
Mhm.
carving and scarecrow making. We could.
Yeah,
Or maybe $5 for both. Like, not a lot.
well, I know the vending table, getting money from the vending
Or
table
we just
would be
put
great to put
donation
towards
bucket.
it.
We
And we
put the
can,
donation
I was
Right.
gonna
bucket
say,
out.
if you put donations.
Let's put the donation bucket
Yeah,
out.
I say, yeah,
I think
put
that's
the
a better
donation
way to
bucket
go.
out at like the pumpkin and scarecrow
Yeah.
thing. I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think that's the better way to go.
and we could check with Paul too at Funky Bow and see if he'll put the bucket out again.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know who he has this summer.
That's a good idea. Okay. So the story walk will go from here to the library,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just Leela will.
Or from the library to here.
Well, oh yeah, it'll go that way.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Does
it
it
would probably,
go, does it turn around? Like,
so
is
it would go
only
up one
or is it
way,
side?
and then we'd have it kind of like turn and go back the other way.
Okay.
So you would do like the loop. So if you were to park at Lake Town Hall, you would have to walk the trail to the library to start
Because it would be
the book.
backwards.
Yeah, because I think it would be more beneficial to start it at the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that will be fantastic. They'll bring people here, make people know the trail.
Yeah.
Okay. Any those updates? I have anything else? Does anyone want to talk about anything?
I just thought of one thing, that I had Jake Radcliffe, the guy that did the ice fishing with us
Yes.
over the winter. He does he does all kinds of stuff, but he does skins and skulls that I thought would be cool. And I thought it would be super cool if we did it up at the Boy Scout camp, but I haven't talked to Tom Cormier about that. I'd like to talk to Tom and see
So
what
what is
his
it?
thoughts are.
Skins and skulls?
Skins and Skulls. He's gone over to elementary schools. He's done it in Lyman, and he just brings tables and tables full of like different skulls and different furs. He's a
Oh,
guide.
cool.
So, and I guess the kids love it. It sounds really popular.
Mhm.
So he's totally willing. He's just kind of waiting on me to give him some dates.
Is there enough parking there?
That's what I was wondering. I thought it would be kind of cool if people could park maybe on the ball field side and then walk that trail up. It's kind of like
Yeah.
fitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's super cool up there. It just needs to be, I need to contact Tom and find out if we can like maybe tidy it up a little bit up there.
Or what if he came
get
to
access to the
Oktoberfest?
building.
Skins and skulls seems to go well with the
True. Oh yeah,
like
that
set up like
is that
something
why you
like
asked?
like,
Yeah.
we're like,
Oh, skulls.
yeah.
Yeah.
If bugging
You're
it wasn't
totally
like an
reading my
He
option.
mind.
could.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those things though where he like sets up his tables And then he's like, the kids round up and he
Yeah.
talks to them for like an hour and he's like showing them all.
So it's
his
probably
stuff.
like a more like one-on-one thing.
Yeah.
Can you do a demonstration at one of our meetings first? Just kidding.
He would, yeah, I'm sure he would love to. He's been to one of our meetings before.
Yes.
It was a while ago. But I just think, I mean, he could probably squeeze it into the library community room, but it's kind of, I don't know. I think up at
I think
Bunga
that
would be
would be
cool.
Yeah, I think Bunga would be better.
Mhm. Okay. In fact, I think that there's a lot of opportunity for him to do some events up there. He offers a lot. So,
You should- Yeah, so if you talk to Tom Cormier about that.
Yep.
And then we'll work on a date and talk to Jake. Okay, sounds good. And my thing was at the select board meeting, they were talking about project, was it project statements?
Yeah.
Yeah, for each committee.
Mhm.
And we're supposed to have a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. And we never
Mhm.
have because there really wasn't anyone who wanted to do it. But I think we need a vice chair so that if I can't come to a meeting, someone can run it. Is anybody interested?
nope.
Nope. Just, I'm
I
at
would be
all of
willing
them.
to
I'm
do-
at all of them.
Yeah.
But if I can't come,
I mean,
Don't
I'm
mind.
pretty much at all of them too with
Yeah.
you. So,
it's just backup.
I mean, I'll be your backup.
Okay. All right.
Sweet.
Is
I will do
everyone vote for that and is good with that?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'll be the third backup.
Yeah.
And you'll be the third backup, just in case. You never know. And then secretary, is anyone interested? Because look at my notes.
I'll be
do-
secretary.
Do you want to be secretary? Sure. Fantastic. Okay.
You have to be treasurer.
No.
Luckily, you don't
want
need that. So Donna,
Sweet,
does
thanks,
everyone
Donna.
vote for Donna?
Yes.
Aye. Yes.
Oh. Donna, secretary. All righty. Anything else before we end? All right, next meeting is August 13th, 6 o'clock here, recorded again next month. And we adjourn this meeting at 7:14.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
August 13th.
Yes.
Okay. Dinner with the girls. I'll tell them I have to reschedule. Oh.
Thank you for everyone who listened.
It's just end meeting.
Oh, here's mine. You have notes on yours, but.
This is the
Back,
extra
so I don't
envelopes
know what,
and
if I'm
mailing
on this
labels.
October or last October
For what?
for my calendar, because I scroll, I think this is this October. Why am I in October? There we go. Oh.
I was sending that. I think she's like the manager of the message. Okay.